This is former TNA World Champion Raven, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And don't cross the line. Or do cross the line. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to, you're not supposed to. I don't know. Whatever. You get it.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And we're back with episode 379 of the TNA Across the Line podcast. I am Bob Colling Jr., and with me, as always, is Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, we are heading towards No Surrender, which is 3 weeks away. And at the show, the big main event is slightly revealed. The TNA World Champion Samoa Joe is going to be defending against 3 opponents, one of which is going to be the man that he's defended against the 2 prior pay-per-views, which would be Victory Road and Hard Justice, Booker T. And we don't know the other 2 yet. But tonight, we do know that Kurt Angle is competing in a qualifying match. However, I do not believe it has been announced as to who he would be facing. So we will find that out here tonight. So Dallas, how are we feeling heading in towards No Surrender, which is only 3 weeks away?
Well, I'm still a little bummed we aren't getting that Kevin Nash match that we've been talking about for months.
Right.
So,
yeah,
that's a bummer. I'm really sick of seeing Booker T fight for this title and lose. I don't think he really needs another shot. Not that I want him to win either, for the record, but it's just when someone loses 2 times in a row and now they get in the 3rd shot. I mean, come on.
Well, the first one was a no contest, I think, technically.
Right, technically, yeah. You're right.
He stole the belt.
Yeah, I don't know. Booker T and TNA, I just don't know if it really does it for me. There's some character work that's coming up, I believe, in the next couple months. That I do really enjoy. And I think it's just honestly specifically 1 episode, and we haven't got there yet. That may be next year. I don't even know. But regardless,
I don't know. You might be right.
I feel it either way. There's one particular episode I'm really looking forward to. But besides that, I don't know. Because I like Booker T, but when you can tell it's just like he's not giving his best and stuff like that, it's I think it shows and it rubs off on me. So,
well, it's definitely obvious. As a man who has been watching both WCW 1999 and WWF 2003, or WWE 2003, I tend to say WWF still, WWE 2003, the amount of effort is certainly different in both of those instances than it is here in 2008 TNA. Looks like Booker T might be, as he would say, kind of on a vacation.
Yeah, I mean, he essentially admits that later on.
Yeah, he's kind of coasting here.
So, I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
To be honest. And, I mean, it could be one of the reasons that they never decide to strap him up. Maybe these last two ones, they were just like, I don't know. Because you see guys like Christian Cage, Kurt Angle, they both got the world title, I mean, fairly quickly into their runs.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Christian got it within 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt, they waited a little bit.
They did wait. They actually, I remember when we were watching it, they waited longer than we expected, but it's because they hot-shotted that Samoa Joe Kurt Angle feud. So I think they purposely waited a little just so they could do that first. So I'll respect that.
No, well, the thing with Booker T here, as I'm looking it up, I mean, I would never, I wouldn't really consider Booker T to be like a draw. You know, like a guy that you would go like spend your money on.
Not at this point, that's for sure.
No. So in his world title reigns, which would be including WCW, his longest reign, I don't even know if I mean, I'm not going to count this one. The one I'm not going to count is when he won the title on the last Nitro. And he held that for 120 days. Losing in July to Kurt Angle when they were acquired.
Oh. Okay, I literally was like, how did he hold it for 120 days? Okay, this makes sense.
Yeah, so then he lost it to Kurt there. He was not defending the title really ever. So aside from that, his longest WCW reign, again, 2 of which are technically under the WWE umbrella. So the 3 reigns that he had in WCW, his longest one was 55 days. And then in WWE, it looks like as King Booker, he was 126. Is that his only time? It is.
I was gonna say, I think he does only win it the one time, doesn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had at least one other thing. Yeah, he had that from Great American Bash 06 until Survivor Series. So maybe as a heel, he had some longevity, but I don't know. As a babyface, I never really thought, a must-see type of guy.
Well, and as we always say, and I think it's pretty clear when you look at most cases, it's
box office, as they say these days.
I was gonna say it's about that chase. So you almost don't want.
Oh no, it is absolutely the chase.
You don't want your babyface to hold it too long.
Right.
Because
that's true. I mean, that's even like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like he was not.
But he's like, I feel like he barely held the title
as a babyface. He would routinely lose it pretty quick, and then go on the chase.
Yeah.
Whether they vacated it or something, like they would do whatever it had to be. That way he could chase it for WrestleMania or SummerSlam or whatever.
Right. That's where the money is, and it always works. No matter how long that happens,
it
always works.
It does.
Because as soon as the babyface wins the title, you get this huge moment. They have a decent little run, and then they lose it in a cheap way, and then it's like, we got to do it again.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, I even like a good modern day example is when Hangman won it from Moxley at All In last year. I mean, he was chasing it because Moxley had the title for like 400 days or maybe even longer than that. I can't remember. And it went on, and it was like finally once the guy you wanted to win the title won. It was pretty awesome.
Right, but then it's like it's like the Sting syndrome. Like, what do you do now?
You make him drop it.
Yeah, I mean, really. I mean, Sting, like the Sting chase in 96 to 97. He quote unquote wins it, even though he technically got pinned. And then he holds it. Or actually, they vacated it, and then he wins it again at Super Brawl, and then he only has it until Spring Stampede, which is 2 months later.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's bizarre, but
crazy world of wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, let's do a quick rundown of our show from last week, and then I have some really good notes to talk about today, Bob. And I know we have some house shows to discuss as well, so it's going to be a good episode. The August 21st, 2008 episode of Impact featured the following matches. We saw Hernandez defeat Robert Roode in 6 minutes 24 seconds as he continues to get revenge on Beer Money Inc. After the attack on Homicide in their match at Hard Justice with the beer bottle. Then we saw this is bizarre to me still. The team of BG James and Eric Young defeated the Motor City Machine Guns in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. I'm still not understanding that decision, but that's fine. Then we saw Matt Morgan defeat Frankie Capone in 2 minutes. Booker T defeated Rhino in 10 minutes and 16 seconds. Was that the qualifying match?
It was, yeah.
Okay, it's not listed in Cage Match, so I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy. Then we saw a X Division title match where Consequences Creed defeated the X Division champion Petey Williams, but it was by disqualification. in 7 minutes and 11 seconds. So the title did not change hands because we were not under NWA rules. And then we saw a knockout street fight between Awesome Kong and Gail Kim, where Kong defeated Kim in 6 minutes and 10 seconds. And finally, the main event, AJ Styles, who essentially had Samoa Joe in his corner, defeated Kurt Angle, who kind of had Booker T in his corner because they were fighting her at ringside, in 13 minutes and 24 seconds in the Kurt Angle's Olympic gold medals on in a ladder match. So AJ essentially retained Kurt Angle's gold medals because he won them the week before.
Yeah.
So that was our last episode of Impact. As far as ratings, that episode did a 1.11 rating and 1.5 million viewers. The show did the best rating it has ever done since moving to 2 hours in males 18 to 34, scoring a 0.95. It also did a 0.87 in males 35 to 49, and a 1.19 in males 25 to 34, which is the best of 2008. Dave says, I attribute this to the main angle, with the Jarrett and Sting building well. Now we're, of course, teasing Jarrett. He's not here. Because they also did this against the Olympics was on, too, which is, everyone watches the Olympics. So the fact that they were able to kind of keep their audience and do even better in some of their demographics is pretty cool.
I'm confused. He's crediting the Jarrett Sting thing?
Yeah.
No way.
Which, is very little on the show.
Well, here's the thing. The TV audience isn't translating to the pay-per-views. So if you have like 1 million people or whatever, 1 million households watching the show, then your pay-per-views are getting 30,000 households.
Yeah.
30,000 households are seeing that angle development. It's not like the millions of people. So no, I don't think, no way. I think it would be more so the Kurt and AJ stuff.
Yeah, no, that's probably more accurate. Because how are you going to tell me that playing Jeff Jarrett's theme song and a guitar showing up is what's helping with the...
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. It's actually, I'm really glad you mentioned that translation to the pay-per-view, and now I'm scrambling to find this note that I have that actually mentions that, and I thought it was super interesting. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this actually also ties into ratings a little bit, so it kind of was a good transition. But so in the September 3rd Observer newsletter from 2008, Dave notes that TNA averaged 1.25 million viewers per show in June, which is up from 1.24 million viewers in May, but down from 1.33 million in April. Now, he talks about WWE stuff too, about, the conversion rate of homes that watch TV to those who purchase pay-per-views. See? I don't know how, this is just great transition. And he notes the conversion rate for Slammiversary looks to have maybe a 1.8% conversion rate of homes who are watching the TV who then buy the pay-per-view. And just for example's sake here, I'll just mention like One Night Stand for WWE. Yeah. They had about a 3.4 conversion rate.
Okay, so I was gonna say, I feel like something like a 3% like shift to your pay-per-view would be ideal instead of like a 1.
Oh, I want to make a correction. My apologies. 3.4 was for Night of Champions. 2.4 is for One Night Stand.
Okay, so
regardless,
I would think between like maybe like 3 to 5%. 5% being probably like really good to get a paying audience for your pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And TNA did what? A 1 point something?
1.8 for Slammiversary specifically.
Right.
So
that's not good. That sounds like real bad.
Yeah, and he does kind of go on to say just more about this rating things. He says TNA had a marked drop in ratings from June to June, which is not a good sign. Particularly when you are comparing a 2-hour show with a 1-hour show, which to me, for wrestling, a 2-hour show is a superior tool to draw ratings. TNA was peaking at this point last year while declining this year, and the pay-per-view for the month looks to have dropped as well. So, in a weird world here, TNA was doing better when they had a 1-hour show than when they're having a 2-hour show.
I think that In my opinion, a 1 hour wrestling show is fantastic. Even if it's dog shit. I spend 45 minutes watching it. But if I sit there and watch an hour and a half of dog shit, I'm pretty annoyed.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, we were cruising when we had 40-minute shows to watch.
Oh, those are nothing.
And even when they were chaotic, it was like, dang, that was like fast 40 minutes.
Right. This is like having like a literal, like a product that you're selling, right? Like a vacuum or something. And 1% of the people will buy it of your whole audience. 1%. That just doesn't sound great. Nor does really 3 to 5%, but
no, it is. It's really interesting when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
The last thing I just want to mention about ratings, I have our quarter hours, and there's just an interesting note about one of them, which is no surprise. But the quarters for our last show were a 1.13, 1.05, 1.03, 1.03, 1.09, 1.18, 1.20, which is the cap, and then it ended at a 1.15. And I would make you guess at what you think that 1.20 was, but I think it's usually pretty clear when we look at ratings, and that was because it was Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong. So once again, the knockouts have drawn the biggest quarter of the show.
That just is not surprising at all.
Yep. Okay, let's see. What else do I got for you? I have a real interesting note that I think I'm going to be saving till we talk about house shows. So I'm just double checking. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me mention these two things quick, and then I think we'll talk about house shows. The notes are kind of a mess this week. Okay, perfect. So I have some updates on Sting to discuss. So Sting, at this point in time, has not signed a new deal for 2009. So Dave says here that on the Sting front, there is some question as to whether the booking team, and in particular Jeff Jarrett, would be in favor of signing him to a new contract. While nothing has been outright said, last year Jarrett wasn't in favor of the cost that it took to get Sting, particularly since he works no house shows and didn't even work big international dates like in Japan, Mexico, or the UK. Now, the idea is that there would be a power play isn't true because the decision is 100% Dixie Carter, and nobody else has any input into this. She sees him as a real superstar, good for the company to have, who opens up doors for licensing and TV deals, although that may be her justifying it because it's hard for me, Dave, to believe that his name is a deal maker when you have, like, Kurt Angle. A lot of the key people in power have soured on him because he hasn't proven to make a difference in ratings or pay-per-view, and if he's not booked very creatively, he'll flounder. Plus, he works such a limited schedule and turns down a lot of ideas from creative, so they aren't enamored with him. But it's not a debatable issue. It's entirely up to Sting wanting to do another year at big money or not, as the ball will be in his court. So, I mean, this is nothing new necessarily, but is that continued conversation of, are we going to sign Sting another year? Is he going to be in TNA for like almost 10 more years? I don't know.
I really want to know what storyline ideas Sting refused when he thought the Abyss storyline from late 06 to 2007 was a good idea.
Yeah, that is a really, really great question.
Like,
because
really
that was really bad.
Yeah. Like, I want to know where he's like, I'm not doing that.
It makes you wonder if they're actually not that bad and he's just being like, nah, I don't think I want to do that.
No, I feel like it's probably really outside the box. I mean, this guy had to deal with Russo doing a Sting Vampiro storyline where he was like, Sting, you're going to get lit on fire. We're going to put a ski mask on you, and then you're going to reveal in about a month and a half that there's absolutely nothing wrong. No burn marks, nothing.
That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
But when you do stupid storylines like that, like, you would expect there to be burns.
Well, he's wearing face paint.
Yeah, but it's just like, what have we done?
Yeah, the ski mask. Oh.
But you know what? It's just like, it's all very. If I was on creative and I got this guy who arguably works 8 months out of the year, because for 4 months of the year we're trying to sign the guy to begin with. I don't know if I'm really spending the time to think of creative ideas for him.
Well, I think that's the bigger issue. Is like, and then he's so limited. You have to really think about how you can use this guy.
Right.
It's tough. I can understand why it would be frustrating on their team, but
well, and I can also understand why Sting would continually resign when he's getting paid, $600,000 to wrestle 20 times a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
okay, the last note I want to mention before we talk about the house shows, hit you with a big one, is that it's very clear, and we've kind of talked about this because on Hard Justice, they did not say Jeff Jarrett's name when the guitar appeared. They said, "Is he coming back? What could he want?" And now on TV, we have seen 2 weeks since Hard Justice, and it has happened again and again. So it's just noted that they've obviously made the call that the announcers and wrestlers cannot use the name Jeff Jarrett for at least another week or so on television. And Dave says how it comes across so bad that you have his music playing and the announcers constantly hitting or hinting at Jarrett when they don't get to say it. They've come across like con men, and they'd never. And he says, "I'd never want an announcer to come across that way." So it's just making everyone seem really kind of dumb.
well, yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, even like with his music hitting, it's like, is it him?
Not good. Not good.
It's just silly.
Okay, Bob, if you want to hit us with some house shows, I'll just mention my note about the house show after we talk about both of them. Because I actually only have one about one of the shows. So.
All right, well, let's go August 23rd in Topeka, Kansas at the Kansas Expo Center. Attendance here on Cage Match says 500. And here are the results. Eric Young and Rhino defeating the Rock and Raven faction. Sanjay Dutt victorious over Jay Lethal. Matt Morgan defeated Kip James. AJ Styles defeated Abdul Bashir. TNA Knockout Champion Taylor Wilde retained against Awesome Kong. The TNA Tag Team Champions Beer Money Incorporated defeated LAX to retain the titles. And in the main event, the TNA World Champion Samoa Joe retained against Abyss.
Yeah, so that 500 is correct. He notes the crowds have not been good the past 2 weekends. He notes last week's shows in Dallas and I don't remember how to say this one, Muskogee. They drew poorly, while Lawton drew okay. But that show in Topeka that you just mentioned, drawing 500 fans in an 8,000-seat arena. Oof, not good. Okay, so as far as some interesting notes about the show, there's some funny stuff here. So Joe pinning Abyss in the main event, there was a ref bump, and apparently Sheik Abdul Bashir came out, and then Abyss gave him the Black Hole Slam. Abyss then grabbed a chair, but Joe kicked the chair into his face, and he got the pin after an enziguri. So, kind of a weird finish, I feel like. But he does note that the match wasn't smooth. During that Beer Money LAX match, James Storm saw a front row fan with a John Cena shirt on and said, "Look, a John Cena fan. That must mean that you swallow. You're at a TNA house show, boy, not that WWE crap."
Wow.
AJ pinned Sheik Abdul Bashir with the Styles Clash. They did a big angle after the match as Bashir was yelling at referee Shane. How do you say his last name? Sewell. They spell it weird. And out of nowhere, Sewell snapped and began punching and clotheslining him. And since nobody knew that he was a former wrestler, people were surprised, and the segment got over huge.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know either. It's certainly not in 2008 that Shane Sewell is better known as Glamour Boy Shane from Puerto Rico.
Pretty fun. Okay, Bob, I got a heavy hitter for you right now. This hurt me when I read
Am I not
this.
doing it? Is this outside of the other house show note?
Oh, sorry. I forgot there's another. See, I don't have a note about it, so I forgot. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I'm skipping ahead.
let me do this other house show note then.
Yes, my bad.
On August 24th in Wichita, Kansas, at the Cotillion Ballroom. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Jay Lethal defeated Sanjay Dutt. Matt Morgan defeated Kip James. Eric Young wrestled Jimmy Rave to a no contest, which led to Abyss and Eric Young defeating the Rock and Rave Infection. Rhino defeated Abdul Bashir. TNA Knockout Champion Taylor Wilde retained against Awesome Kong. Beer Money Incorporated defeated LAX. Does not say for the tag titles, but I would presume maybe it was. And in the main event, the TNA World Champion Samoa Joe retained against AJ Styles.
I like that one better.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know why I have no notes about this one, but I don't. So that's why I was so excited. I was skipping ahead. I totally forgot we had another one to even talk about. Okay, now you ready? This is gonna hurt, Bob.
Okay.
But unfortunately, Gail Kim has finished up with TNA this past week.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's 32 at the time, just for a reference. So she's as old as I am right now, which is kind of weird to think about. So I have lots about this. So essentially, when she was fired from WWE several years ago on a move that made no sense, she ended up going to TNA. She got over way bigger than she ever did with Vince. So it's kind of interesting that she would go back, right? And so some people would even credit her with being one of the most important players in TNA because she was essentially the centerpiece of the women's division and guaranteed to pop a rating on every show. Now we are told that the split was amicable amicable.
Amicable?
Amicable. How am I saying that wrong? What the fuck?
Hey, they left on good terms.
They left on good terms. Okay, it's early. I'm still trying to drink my coffee. Give me a break.
Yeah, it's 4:00 in the afternoon, but we're good.
It is not. It's 7 a.m. Okay. And she was told that the door was open for her return at any time. Basically, her contract was up, and WWE had an offer on the table for far more money, and she was going to give it another shot. So, this kind of dives into a few things here. So,
I'm curious as to what far more money is.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have that.
Because, well, of course you're not. Because it's been known that knockouts do not get paid really much of anything. So, is she going from like 30,000 to 60,000? And that's considered like, whoa. I would imagine doubling. I know, but she has to get six figures, right?
I do think there is a note about like what Trishan. Maybe. Well, I have I guess a little part about it. I'll get to, but. Okay, so WWE signing of Gail Kim here this past week. Now I'm moving into Dave. So that first part was from Alvarez. This is from September 1st, 2008. So the signing of Gail Kim this past week after her TNA contract expired may be the first of some very interesting TNA contracts to watch as both companies try to navigate into the new year. So, as we know, TNA created the Knockout division last year to build around Gail Kim as the top star. The division has become, from a TV rating standpoint, TNA's most successful entity. While Kim has not been the centerpiece of the division in recent months, internally she was still considered the top performer and the glue of the division because she kept a lot of the multiple person matches together with the more inexperienced women that would have likely fallen apart. She has been with the company for 2 years in almost a valet-type role before the company established the division. And he goes way more into her past, and obviously we are not going to cover that. We have done that for years. But she had her contract expire at the end of this month. She received the WWE offer that was said to be substantially more than TNA felt that they could match. No figures have come out as to what the ballpark is, but WWE usually doesn't offer high downsides to the women. But he does know how, like some, like Trish Stratus, for example, had some big money years, over 450,000, and others like Stacy Keibler did, and Lita did very well on the merchandising end, while others got essentially a big payoff from like the Playboy stuff. So it kind of just depends on where you fit. Now, one friend of hers described it as, sometimes you just reach a point in your life where, as sad as it is, the money is a decision maker over where that you'd be the happiest. There is no heat in TNA over her departure, and the feeling that is if it didn't work out, she'd be brought back in a heartbeat. She was in tears telling friends in the company about leave, giving everyone the impression that she was thankful for 3 years in the company and would have rather stayed in TNA. She told everyone her decision was based on being in a financial position where she had no choice. So that kind of just adds to the fact that we ain't paying the knockouts very well.
Right.
So, that being said, her final appearance was the August 21st Impact show. There was very little warning or expectations that she would be leaving, as she'd always talked about how much happier she was there. The company had just started this new storyline with the introduction of Katie Kim, who is her sister, who, guess what, Bob? It's not actually her sister, but instead, played by the daughter of Earl Hebner.
What?
I think it's his daughter-in-law, I think is mentioned somewhere else, but yeah, apparently it's like she's related to Earl Hebner.
Okay, so she's not even Gail's sister. I would have thought that she was.
Yeah, it's very well done. So they've just did the storyline, and Gail was even planned for matches at the next 2 pay-per-views, so they have long-term booking spread out for Gail, but
they had all this booking for her, but she's not under contract?
Apparently they must have thought she was going to resign or something. So at this point in time, we kind of sorry, but I'm just going over myself here. He kind of just goes into a little bit more interesting stuff here. So Kim, who was living in Florida with Doug Basham at the time, before they broke up several months back, was named
Gail?
Yep.
Was in a relation with Doug Basham?
Yep. Still a few months back.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was named by Forbes magazine last year as one of the 40 most eligible bachelorettes in the country. So,
what?
Yeah. Last year, she's the 40 most eligible bachelorettes. And of course, WWE here are making the big play as they are looking for an Asian superstar that they can push. And Kim was very popular in South Korea when she was in WWE and did some topless modeling. So WWE was like, she's popular and we like that. So we want her.
She did topless modeling?
Yeah, I was today years old when I found that out too. You can research on your own time. So this all being said,
what the fuck is going
on? I told you it's a big day. Her name was quietly taken off the roster on the TNA website without explanation on August 20th. So it's actually the day before the show. She met with Laurinaitis and later went to FCW show on August 21st and signed her new multi-year contract. So what's really interesting about this, and I'm curious to your thoughts, but I feel like Dave kind of nails it here. But you notice how Gail Kim is the first major TNA talent since Monty Brown to leave for a WWE offer. Now you're probably thinking, that's not actually true. But he does know how Ron Killings had been a star in TNA, but hadn't been used much. He left TNA for AAA, and then while he was working for AAA, he was signed with WWE.
No, come on.
And then I feel like this right here makes it incorrect. But our friend of the show, Chris Harris, was someone who TNA no longer figured into any plans, and what happened with him in WWE was largely predicted when he went there. So he just ignores the fact that he jumps there, and he is not, I guess, quote, a major talent is what he's trying to say. But I don't know. I still disagree. I think both of those are still accurate statements.
Well, you can make the argument then for Gail, it's not that big of a deal because she had been in WWE before.
And is not in a main event featured thing right now. Because he's in a storyline. Chris Harris was in a storyline. He was just angry.
Right. He was just bitter. His character was bitter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
But where this starts to get really interesting is that there are several names in play to look at between now and the end of the year when it comes to movement with WWE and TNA. There's at least smoke to the rumors of Mick Foley and TNA, and if anything, this has made TNA more wanting to pull the trigger on this deal, and those close to the situation believe that it's a strong possibility. We'll circle back to him momentarily, but in a more interesting thing, there are 5 key contracts due over the next few months. Okay, we have Team 3D, Christian Cage, Awesome Kong, and Kevin Nash. So those are some very interesting contracts of people who are heavily featured on TV. Now, in all cases, you have better quality of family life due to the easier schedule and the ability to still make good money, as the TNA argument. The WWE argument is far more money, far more notoriety, which is huge for most in the business of people with big egos, and just a feeling of being there, more state-of-the-art big leagues. So, Kevin Nash, for example, he's 49 at the time. He says, who physically won't hold up to a full-time gig, and it's tough with his size to make him a manager. There is question whether WWE would even go after him unless they want to send a message that they can get him. At his age and him apparently being financially set and interested in working on acting projects, WWE doesn't fit as well. But he could be a weekly television character and get along great with the key people in WWE. While it hasn't been anything outward heated, things over the past month, with Nash being pulled from the promised pay-per-view main event with Samoa Joe at No Surrender in favor of the four-way, after walking out of a recent taping, that the way he was booked clearly show both sides are sending a message that they can live without each other. Having said that, Nash is well liked in TNA, and it appeared that most of the company has supported him, given that he was being built for a title shot. His role of being just a guy in the ring, getting eliminated off camera, and yet another Royal Rumble made no sense. But you can say that about a lot of what TNA does. Basically, for Team 3D, he just says anything can happen. Within TNA, the betting line is that they expect them to stay, but Dave says that it's not so sure, and that's pretty much all he says about that. And I feel like he kind of says the same stuff about Christian. He kind of goes into Christian Cage's history, that the reason that Cage got booked really well is because he was friends with Scott D'Amore, who was the head of the booking team at the time, and D'Amore's no longer here. So you just don't ever, you just never know. Now, I think the really interesting one here is Awesome Kong, because now with Gal leaving, that's her biggest rival, which I'm about to say, but so Kong, like most of the women on the roster, signed a 1-year contract about 10 months back. That's a pretty important part. Kong had spoken up at the meetings in the past about how happy she was in TNA and how happy she was that she didn't pursue going to WWE. However, WWE now has her best opponent. WWE's idea of women's wrestling was different, and Kong, because of her look, was not even a consideration for many years. However, having gotten over in the US, that evaluation of her would likely be different today. So, you never know. Now, outside of TNA, a couple names that are being watched and are interesting. But we've talked about both of these before. Rob Van Dam, Bobby Lashley. And now, at this point in time, RVD has worked sparingly since his WWE contract expired. TNA has had interest in him, and the door is open to a WWE return. In his case, being unhappy in WWE, he was there over a lot of issues. TNA may be a better bet for him. He'd probably get a better spot and have more freedom to do what he wants in the ring, plus the schedule is better. But the big question is, apparently at this point in time, his wife was battling cancer. And Dave says, I can't see him committing to anything more than a date here until she beats the disease. As far as Lashley, we're beating a dead horse, right? Booker T and Kurt Angle are talking very positively about him. They're really trying to get him in there. They were friends in WWE and have tried to open that door. But for Lashley, it's doubtful that he'll be going back to WWE, and there would be a lot of bad blood at first if he did. But it's not in his best interest to do TNA and MMA at the same time. And of course, he kind of wants to do the MMA stuff. And unfortunately, the last name that we keep talking about is that Ric Flair is also technically a free agent. TNA has planned to use Flair's name in the Sting storyline over the next few weeks, as they like to name drop big stars. There is a way that it can work financially as far as booking Flair for selected appearances and being a win for both sides, although Flair is not open to wrestling any matches. I'm sure he'll never wrestle again. But we don't hear any talk whatsoever in that direction. The key is that if Flair believes that he's going back to WWE with no hard feelings, he can't go to TNA. If WWE doesn't take Flair back, TNA would at some point be his likely destination, but that would be a ways down the line. And if I was to guess, Bob, it's roughly a year and a half. There's a wild guess.
Yeah.
And then I had you can respond if you want. I'm trying to look for something here.
So, out of everything you've talked about, I mean, Christian, yeah, he was booked strong, but even with Russo taking over at Bound for Glory 06, roughly, I mean, Christian became champion after that again.
That's a good point.
So he was still booked pretty strong, no matter who was the top writer or booker, however you want to say it. It's kind of fascinating that Van Dam is like teasing, or like the talk of him coming in here is in the summer of 2008, and he doesn't arrive for a considerable amount of time.
Yeah. Well, and I'll just mention that RVD was on Between the Ropes, and he said that he was not interested in going back to wrestling for either TNA or WWE. So there's this rumor, but he's saying outwardly, like, I'm not interested. So I don't know. And like really the final part of this that I just found here is that the Mick Foley stuff, he is expected to sign with TNA at any time. His contract with WWE expires on September 1st. So, I mean, it's by our next episode, his contract expired. And Foley was keeping quiet on where he was going until after the deal expires. One would suspect they would either debut him as a surprise run-in at No Surrender or hold him off until the go-home show for Bound for Glory to build for an appearance there. So anything is possible there. I mean, that's similar to what they did with Kurt Angle, right? I mean, Kurt Angle's video package aired at No Surrender, didn't it? And then...
Yeah, at the end of it, yeah.
So, we could see that happen. Time will tell. But that's everything. I'm ready to get into the show, and we can discuss and digest some of this as we watch this episode.
All right, well, let's get into the August 28th, 2008 edition of TNA Impact. The approximate runtime for our version is 1 hour 26 minutes on the dot. If you want to watch along with us, head over to the TNA Plus app, or if you have it in your own personal collection, that will work as well. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that is when the episode will begin. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
TNA Wrestling. Do you like when they have the little lion noise for Kurt Angle?
When he's yelling?
Yeah.
Or screaming?
We're starting off with a Sting video here. Sting decided it's got to be him to take Joe out. Why did Sting attack Joe at Victory Road? Is the Icons theme to Booker King Kurt
what
Angle?
are we doing here? Okay, so now we're showing the AJ thing, but we're asking a question that happened now 2 months ago.
Well, because there's a new element. The guitar.
We should have got the answer to this at Hard Justice, but we didn't.
Oh, the first time tonight. An explanation for his actions. Bob, we were promised that about 2 weeks ago, I believe. Or even last week. Sting Speaks. That's the title of the episode. Someone has arrived.
That's Steve Borden.
Oh, shit.
No,
Dang,
Lauren,
we've been
that's
waiting.
Steve. He doesn't have the face paint on, it's Steve.
The time has come. Tonight is the night. He says that the fans are going to hear from him. And then we go right into our intro video that has the video game stuff still. I love this idea that Sting pulls up in like this Escalade or whatever it is.
Has this always been strictly the video game?
Oh. I guess normally they kind of been mixing it, haven't they?
Yeah, that was just all video game.
They're really pushing the video game, man, and I do believe we're in August. Let me double check the release date. It's coming up. 4 Ways to Glory qualifying match here. Kurt Angle and
Kevin Nash? No. Yeah.
Then they show Samoa Joe. I'm confused.
I think it's Kurt Angle versus Kevin Nash, and then... Yeah.
Wait, hold on. It's definitely Kevin Nash. Okay. We'll finally hear from Sting. The knockout, the beautiful people are in action, and it looks like Awesome Kong is even starting us off. This feels like a whirlwind of a beginning of an episode. Because I'm trying to keep up so quickly. Okay, so the video game comes out in September. It looks like in North America for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, it will release on September 9th.
Okay.
And then if you want to play it on the Wii for some reason, that'll come out on September 16th.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about how Awesome Kong almost attacked Gail Kim's sister, who is Earl Hebner's daughter-in-law. Sojourner Bolt. So she wanted...
She was the girl that answered a challenge on pay-per-view.
Yes, this is Josie, is who it is, but now she's going by Sojourner Bolt.
Are they acknowledging that, or no? I don't think they did.
I don't think so. But they mentioned how this girl who, I don't know if she's been hot recently or something, but they're acting like we should know who she is. She wanted to fight the stiffest competition possible. So Impact let her come on to fight Awesome Kong, who just shoved her down to the mat. Oh, shoot, we just mentioned Gail Kim's parting ways on air. That does not happen in TNA.
They don't do that.
Whoa.
Wow.
That is weird, dude.
I wonder why they would do that.
I don't know.
To explain, you know what? Maybe she's such a big, a big part of it that if she suddenly just isn't there.
Yeah. I'll just mention, I mean, I'm not going to consider this a spoiler, but this is far from the last time that we're going to see Sojourner Bolt.
Oh, right, yeah. She's here regularly.
So, yeah, I guess maybe that's why they're kind of hyping up her coming in here and, like, wanting to fight stiff competition and this and that. I was trying to see where else she's been. Well, this is the 28th. I mean, she's on OVW TV the day before this airs.
That doesn't really count for anything.
It doesn't count to you?
And OVW in 2008?
I don't know.
That doesn't really
I'm just pointing it out. Oh, spinning back fist.
Is the OVW even associated with WWE in 2008 still?
I have no idea.
I guess I could probably find that out, can't I?
She was the women's champion at OVW too. Just last month. And the Awesome Bomb gets the 3 on Sojourner. How do you say it? I'm keeping saying
Sojourner Bolt.
Sojourner Bolt.
Bolt.
Well, Kong got the win there. This is brought to you by College, which is great.
I don't know. Are they? Let's see here. Just looking at the cards of like August 2008. Joey Matthews is down there, but I don't think he's signed in 2008 with WWE.
Uh-oh, Saeed jumping out of the floor. Is she going to grab one of those steel chairs?
Chris Cage. Huh.
I'll say it's also important to note that this episode here is a separate taping from the last match where it was her last date. Over our next 3 episodes, counting this one, they kind of split everything between 2 tapings. They kind of mix and match a little bit, and I didn't see any dark matches. I'll note that as well here. Kong is about to give the Awesome Bomb, or potentially the Implant Buster. It's Awesome Bomb. Onto some steel chairs, and all of a sudden, here comes ODB. Here comes ODB.
Okay, so WWE ended their association with OVW back in February.
Oh, okay. Slick is trying to pull ODB off of Kong, but it's not working. Kong already swept ODB into the corner instead. Tornado DDT takes out Kong.
So now with Gale being gone, you have ODB, you have Taylor Wilde, Roxxi.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you implement into being the top girl?
ODB.
Really?
Mostly because she was getting so hot with the crowd that they didn't try to pull the trigger before. Now you have the opportunity. Your top knockout's gone. You might as well.
You know what they could easily do with her is, and maybe arguably she already is, but like make her just a female Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I think that could definitely work.
She's like choking her out.
Kong is like trying to escape.
She looks terrified.
I know. I always like when a heel is like scared and like, get me out of here.
Like a big monster heel is like terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. There's 4 or 5 for 4 security, 3 referees that had to just pull them apart. Yeah, Kong's like terrified. Very interesting. Okay, AJ's fighting Christian Cage next week in a qualifying match. So we already know a match for next week. We're not even 10 minutes into today's show. Anything that concerns the TNA World title, I'm interested in. How convenient is it that me and Christian are wrestling together again? Great point. They got some history there. Okay, that's next week. But tonight, Sting is in the building. Oh, Sting's going to get his receipt tonight. It's coming. Okay, so he said he's going to let Sting say what he's going to say, and he's going to take this right hand and stick it down his throat. Kind of violent. So what about Kurt Angle's gold medal? You mean AJ Styles' gold medal? He did beat him twice for it.
He did. Which makes him an Olympic gold medalist.
He said, don't worry about where it is. It's in good hands. Which to me means we did that for 2 weeks, and now we're just never going to talk about the medals again anytime soon.
I think Karen has it.
Oh, shit. You're so fucking... It's going to be on the set of Karen's angle.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. If you buy the Slammiversary DVD, you can see interviews with all of the King of Mountain participants.
Rough cut.
Featuring Consequences Creed. The dreams become reality. I feel like it's too early to do a video package like this. We should have waited a little bit longer into the show, I feel like. But...
What do you mean?
I don't know. I want more wrestling.
No, dude, TNA, man, it's no longer total nonstop action. We just like talking.
I don't know if I love these rough cut videos anyways.
I hate them.
It's like we're trying to like humanize the people, so it's
like
like you were trying to like get more babyface sympathy. And then you got fucking Terry Taylor talking. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to what he says about Consequences Creed real quick.
Yeah.
Here's AJ. I met him at Anarchy, NWA Anarchy footage.
Which is basically an extension of NWA Wilde side, if anybody's wondering. It's a continuation of that.
We had someone who we thought was going to be in a match, and
they're showing Pac-Man Jones.
and he couldn't wrestle, so we put Consequences Creed there. Is that Bill Behrens?
It sure is.
He said sometimes we have the opportunity to build dreams, and they're going to make it happen, and they give Consequences Creed the contract. Once you go through that tunnel, it's game time. Sheik Abdul Bashir is coming out here now.
Right.
Tag team contest.
Sheik Abdul, my favorite.
I love that every Middle Eastern character does the same thing.
What's that? Be a terrorist?
They do the same taunt. I guess so. In wrestling, they do. They always are terrorists, aren't they? I guess it's.
I mean, they're sympathizers, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess in Abdul Bashir's defense here, he's mostly bitching about gas prices. So.
Well, yeah, but he's also saying, like, he gets weird looks in the airport and stuff like that. But his whole thing is, like, he is American. So why are people acting like as if he's evil? So then by default, he's like, I might as well be evil.
I can respect that.
I don't. What the hell? No. What?
You might as well be bad. Why not?
No.
Speaking of bad things, Raka Khan still has a job.
Raka Khan, is she get a boob job? Or have her boobs always been that big?
I have no idea. Maybe.
I don't know.
So it's Petey Williams and Sheik Abdul Bashir against Consequences Creed, and we'll find out his partner momentarily. I could take a wild guess.
Eric Young.
No, he's partners with BG James now.
I don't even know. Rhino?
No, this is an X Division match.
Who's
the other babyface X Division guy?
The KAZ.
Nope, he quit. Remember?
Yeah, I know. Jay Lethal? Oh shit!
Well,
why wouldn't it be Sanjay Dutt?
Because Sanjay Dutt is a heel.
He's what?
A heel.
No, I know, but why wouldn't Sanjay Dutt be like on the other team?
I don't know. I was actually going to mention that because that makes no sense to me. And also notice we've kind of the SoCal Vale hasn't been. Well, I guess she was on Karen's Angle last week, but oh yes, this is when they were smooching, and then Jay Lethal.
Well, they were
attacked
about
him.
to.
They were like this.
Yeah, and then SoCal got knocked down. We're gonna hear from her.
Oh,
she has amnesia. I bet you.
I bet she's gonna turn into Stone Cold
from an elbow. She's gonna have amnesia.
Hey, tickets on sale tomorrow for Davenport, Iowa for house show. Sheik Abdul Bashir and Jay Lethal starting us off here. Well, speaking of X Division stars, you did mention the KAZ, Bob. And I don't know if we're going to see it again during this show. So keep an eye out. If you see a frame... Oh, it was right there!
Dude, it was right there! It was right there.
Holy shit. Am I fucking good or what?
Dude,
I did
that
not
was
pre-watch
right there.
This show. That frame flash we mentioned, I think last week, from the week before.
Yeah.
It is a whoissuicide.com tease. This is a tease for a fantasy character in the TNA video game. We've briefly mentioned this. Now, perhaps they will have Frankie Kazarian play the character on television. We also mentioned that. Or perhaps it's just for the video game. I don't know. The storyline in the video game is that Suicide was a superstar in TNA who was supposed to get a title shot and lose, but he didn't follow the script. He won the title.
Oh my god, that's the storyline in the game.
It gets worse. And then
oh my god,
he won the title, and LAX pounded the crap out of him. I guess this was done when LAX were the top heels.
Right.
He woke up from the beating in Mexico with no memory, and you can reconstruct the man any way you fit. So, essentially, he gets beat up and left. I believe it's specifically in Tijuana. And then you have to, like, fight your way through wrestling territories to get back to TNA.
Right. Dallas, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I like to use the verbiage, he went against the script. Do we have to expose the business in every possible avenue that we can?
You know.
Like, genuinely, do we have to be like, oh, hey, by the way, everything you're seeing is fake, and it's also in a video game, it's fake.
It's also fake in the video game. I like this idea that he wasn't supposed to win the title, but then he did.
Like, what are we... Yeah, like, what? Wouldn't that make him a heel? Because, like, he went against the role?
Well, you got to think he probably won it from a heel, so the fans probably love it, and then they just beat the shit out of him instead. So funny. So, I mean, Kurt Angle's an easy win against Kevin Nash tonight, right?
I mean, I would have to think so, yeah.
Like, we don't think Kevin Nash has a shot in hell at fighting for this title.
Well, you even said that Nash isn't challenging for it. So why would he be in the four-way? Yeah, but why would he do it in the four-way?
Well, right. I guess I almost feel it.
Oh my god,
man! Oh my god, Petey. Well, he's up. He did like that, the rolling, like slingshot roll into the ring, and Creed moved out of the way. But Petey almost didn't fully roll. He like landed on his head.
Yeah, there was like no rotation on that.
Ooh, I didn't like that. Lethal injection? Nope. Countered. Lethal combination? Double team version. Boom.
Oh, wow. Go get him, Jay.
Going up to the top. Gonna drop that elbow. Bashir pushes him off the top rope. Going for the destroyer. Creed pushes Sheik Abdul Bashir off the top. Knocked into PD. Roll up by Jay Lethal. Lethal rolls up the X Division champion.
Huh.
You know, I've noticed we love a fucking roll up on TV, dude.
Yeah, we do.
We fucking love to roll people up and get the
That's
win.
my favorite.
Petey and Sheik Abdul Bashir look mad at each other as Lethal and Consequences Creed were celebrating. Nobody gets up from that flip pile driver. Nobody.
Nobody kicks out.
Nobody. Oh, here come all the referees. We're doing a referee breakup in 2 segments in a row. It's kind of funny because it's wrestling. You think you'd want them to just beat the shit out of each other? Then just do it. Okay, we're going to a cross the line video segment here. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back. Not bad opening 22 minutes, 22 seconds here, but...
Not too bad, yes. I suppose.
TNA Wrestling Cross.
I just want to hear from Sting. ODB interview. Woo.
You know we're not hearing from him until after the main event, right?
You think so?
They're either going to do it at the very end of the show when we have 2 minutes left, or they're going to do it at the 9 o'clock hour.
Right. I would think the 9 o'clock hour.
ODB's being interviewed by Lauren. I don't sweat Kong. Not today. I'm one dirty bitch. I'm wasted half the time. I don't even know what I'm doing or saying. The ODB saloon is wide open as she points to her crotch.
Oh my God.
The ODB is awesome. Abyss is going to be on Karen's angle? What the hell? Jesus Christ. And there's not a couch anymore. There's just chairs.
Yeah. Chris Parks.
It's Chris Parks.
Well, you know what? The couch probably got broken when Jay Lethal speared freaking Sanjay over it. Whoa.
What the? He said, do you mind if I make myself more comfortable? And he flipped the table and sat on the floor. And he's rocking back and forth. Kind of a little reminiscent of Mankind, maybe.
Have a nice day.
You can tell Karen's freaked out. So we know you have a storied past here. You've had a 6-month stay at the institution.
She delicately says that.
He's like, it wasn't an institution. They fed me. They clothed me. In wrestling gear. He's like, I gotta keep this clean. Made me realize that Abyss is a destructive, menacing force that destroys people.
So he's doing a split personality thing. We got rid of Black Rain, so we have to shift that character into Abyss.
So where are you going to take things from here? I don't know what's going to lie ahead for Abyss or Chris. Oh, he's rehabilitated, so he wants someone to come and face him. Oh, I have one question for you, if that's okay. He stands up. You see Miss Engel? I'm going to sit on your coffee table. You're a single woman now. What do you look for in a man?
Oh my God.
Do you like someone who snorts? Is that what he said? And then he
Snarls?
growled at her? Do you like someone who whispers so soft?
What if Karen was getting turned on by this?
You like someone who screams? Before I leave, I wrote you a poem. Karen, your skin's golden. Your eyes are brown. I can take you with me. But you can't make a sound.
Oh my God. What is going on?
Not a cry. Not a whisper. Not even a peep. Like a pool of blood. A lot of blood. My love is so deep. Oh, Miss Engel.
Karen did just bite her lip. I think she's into this.
It could be your teddy bear. But just for now, accept this gift. Ah, and he's ripping his hair out.
His hair out.
Ugh. My hair. There's so much hair. See you soon, he says. He leaves. Okay,
I think Karen was into that.
That was wild.
That was bizarre.
Okay, so the way that Abyss has been portrayed on TV recently is that he's like a savior. He's saving people, like running out, and he's a baby face. That makes me think he's a heel now, though. That was creepy.
That was weird.
Beautiful People with Lauren, and Kip is back here. Kip James helping make her look good. Perfect, baby. Tonight it's going to be the Beautiful People against the Wannabe Beauty, Taylor Wilde, and the Beast, Roxxi. What an... Velvet is just really laying it in here. You're just not in our league. Not even a little bit. We are the Beautiful People. And we are better than you. Kip's like, yeah. He's got a makeup brush in his mouth. But don't take it personal, because we are better than everyone. We are the ladies that all the girls want to be like. And not the boys want to be with. Bob is biting his lip. He likes that.
No, I don't. They're not my type of girl.
Holler!
I'm a Gail Kim fan.
Well, she's no longer here, okay?
I know, and that's why I'm telling you right now that I'm switching. I'll be watching the WWE shows while you watch these shows. For Gail.
Oh, No Surrenders, Angelina Love, Taylor Wilde, Knockouts title. That gold belt will look perfect around my itty bitty tight little waist. Kip is just fixing their hair in the background. I'm gonna pin your cottage cheese ass.
Mm.
Okay.
I haven't noticed if she has a cottage cheese ass.
Well, she wears long tights. And I'm also assuming she doesn't, just for the record, but
I don't know. I'll have to pay attention.
no retreat,
or maybe
no
is there
surrender.
posts on like Twitter or something that I could, research?
I know.
I have to research the Gail Kim topless reveal. Like, I didn't know that. I mean, well, hang on a minute. Topless doesn't mean that she necessarily showed anything. It could be like one of those things where it's like...
Yeah. Like the pictures you send me all the time.
Yeah.
Kurt Angle's being interviewed by Frank Trigg. I actually
what the fuck is Frank Trigg still doing here?
I have a note about him, actually. Former Olympic gold medalist, he's pissed. Frank Trigg, who is 17-6 in MMA, worked the semifinal of the August 24th, Sengoku show at the Saitama Super Arena. And in a trivia note, former TNA agent Scott D'Amore, who was Trigg's pro wrestling trainer until D'Amore left TNA a few weeks back, was in his corner.
Did he win?
You know, that's a good question. I didn't read the note past that part because that's the only thing I cared about.
What?
I don't know.
He worked it. I don't know what you're talking about. Because this is August 2008. He doesn't have a fight. His next fight is September 24th. He had one in December of 2007.
You know what? I wonder if he were August 24th and he met September 24th. Wait, he definitely did, because that date doesn't line up with what we're doing. He definitely met September 24th.
So he hasn't done that yet.
Well, he says was in his corner, though.
Yeah, because like what you just said was Sengoku 4 or whatever. That's September 24th.
What in the world? That doesn't... I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, Jimmy Rave is here with Christy Hemme, which is more important than what we're trying to figure out.
I mean, I know Japan is like ahead of us, but I don't think they're ahead of us by a month.
Well, it said Trig beat Makoto Takimoto, the 2000 Olympic gold medalist in judo, via decision after 3 rounds. I know, I have that.
That's correct, but that happened on September 24th, 2008.
Yeah, okay. Oh, his opponent from Japan.
Unless Wikipedia has the wrong date.
Well, hold on. I'm scrolling up because I'm going to give you the date of my observer to show that I'm not crazy here. I believe this is September 1st. Yeah, September 1st.
So how does that makes no sense?
Something's wrong. Something's wrong somewhere.
Not right.
I feel like it might be the Wikipedia thing now, though.
It could be.
Because why would this have been posted in September 1st if it's for September 24th?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I wonder if it was like maybe taped or something. No, it was held.
Oh.
It says held.
I don't know. Well, Curryman just dove to the floor, taking out Jimmy Rave. We also missed Jimmy Rave's city that he announced. Oh, Christy Hemme just Christy Hemme was distracting Curryman, and he dipped her and dropped her off the apron to move her out of the way, and then Jimmy Rave takes advantage. He's quick, he's fast, he's got good talent. Yes, Sting finally concludes tonight.
I feel like it's not concluding, but it's fine.
Listen, I don't want to put a stinker on us right now, Bob, but we're 34 minutes and 21 seconds into the show, okay? As Rave almost just finished off Curryman right there. Curryman coming off the rope and gets kicked in mid-second. So we are just over 30 minutes into the show, and we only got 2 matches left.
Oh, no. That's
just,
not good. With over 50 minutes to go in the show.
And one of them is a Kevin Nash match, and you know that it's not going more than 8 minutes.
What are we doing to fill the time? The Sting segment's going to take a half hour?
It's going to take 45 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Curryman off the ropes with that crossbody. Only gets a 2 count.
You know, it's the one thing I've never understood. Like Vince Russo will always talk about, he'll mention getting burnt out or whatever. And it's like, it's easy to get burnt out when you're on any given show doing 20 talking segments.
Right.
The easiest way to fill your TV time is just put wrestling matches on.
I know. Oh, Spice Rack. Nice.
It's a burning hammer.
It's the Spice Rack.
3.
Oh shit! Curryman beat Jimmy Rave. Oh. How do you like Curryman? Or would you rather just see Daniels?
I don't know. I mean, I'd probably rather just see Daniels.
I think I would too. Lance Rock coming out to stop Curryman from potentially slapping Christy Hemme or something. Low blow. Oh shit, the blackout? Boom. Rock and Roll Infection rule, dude. Underrated.
I'm a fan of Christy Hemme.
Well, I was just thinking, after reading that note earlier, she must be able to work in TNA just fine because she must have got this big Playboy payoff, so she doesn't need to work another job.
Right.
Oh shit. The superhero music. It's Super Eric. It's Shark Boy. It's other members of the Prince Justice Brotherhood. Super Eric's got new gear. It's still the same ugly colors, but it's different. I see how we're filling time now. We have this happening. Oh, Rock and Rave slip out before the Prince Justice
I mean, he's probably purposely using Iron Man colors, right?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's a really good call out. I should have. I just saw Spider-Man. Not that Iron Man was in it, but I should be in the superhero mode. I should have been thinking.
Was it good? Was Spider-Man good?
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was good. I don't know if it was my favorite of the newer ones, but it was very good. I gave it a 3.5 on my Letterboxd.
Oh wow! I should get a letterbox.
It's fun. I pretty much started doing it so I could keep track of the movies I watch. So
then that's probably a really good thing to do. Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for like almost 2 years now. Worth it. We can be friends if you want. We can rate each other. We get heart each other's reviews. I usually write funny reviews. Okay, Tracy just hugged Jim Cornette and he said no public displays of affection on camera.
I'm so confused right now.
Oh, there's applications from all over the world of people who want to be knockouts. 700 applications. They're females, and you are obviously a female, and he fixes his glasses. So, Tracy's going to keep law and order in the Knockouts dressing room. He's given her full control over the Knockouts, essentially.
So he's accepting her offer from like a month ago, but haven't we on television kind of de facto made her already that?
Yes.
So what are we
Wrestlers
talking
are
about?
products. Products have a shelf life.
Wow.
That's so fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That is so fucked up.
Every wrestler has an expiration date.
Wish them well in their future endeavors and get a new product. I wonder if that's that's got to be a reference to Gail Kim leaving or something, right?
That's what I thought.
Knockout division is your responsibility now. Now, ironically, Gail Kim will actually have this job in real life,
Right.
In many, many years from now. Also, I just want to mention about the Gail Kim thing. I couldn't remember if it was her first run or her second WWE run, where she does the eliminating herself from the Battle Royal, and it's the second, and that's in like 2011. So we are for sure not seeing Gal again in our timeline. But yeah, she eliminates herself from the Battle Royal famously, and then no one notices, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then she comes back. And I saw Booker T, Sharmell, and Team 3D are being reviewed in Booker T's locker room with JB, by the way. And Devon and Brother Ray are wearing his robes and crown and like little hat and stuff. It's really funny. Eating his snacks. What I was gonna say is, so she eliminates herself. Nah, I lost what I was gonna say. I totally lost it.
It just flashed on the screen again. The suicide thing.
Oh! Okay, do we need to do it more than once a show? I guess if you do it more than once a show, people would be like, "Wait, what was that?"
Yeah.
But it also flashes so fast you can't actually catch it. Oh, Booker T's got a nice new black robe with the cheetah print on it. And Brother is trying to feed Sharmell a strawberry. I hate the accent Booker T is doing, just so we can get that out there. I hate it.
I don't know why he feels like he needs to do it.
But it's like, it's so bad. And you know that's not his accent.
Right.
I guess maybe that's the point, and it's just I don't get it. But I think it's really bad.
Well, yeah, he's not royalty.
But
it's because he won the King of the Ring, so then he was like, "Oh, so I'm a king now, so I'm gonna act like one."
Yeah, but here in 2008, we don't got to do that.
Yeah, but the argument could be made that, like I said, he was a world champion for 120 something days, so he got over. That was a main event thing that he did.
I guess. I don't know, dude. I feel like it's also worse here than it was when he was doing it as King Booker.
Well, the thing that made it, I feel like what made it get over in WWE was that Sharmell would always be yelling, "All hail King Booker."
Yeah, that's true.
Like over and over and over and over again.
Let's send it to JB with Kevin Nash. I have a really funny Kevin Nash note, but let's hear what he's got to say. I was going to say it during the match, so I'm just going to hype that up a little bit for a second. It's funny for us, not for who it concerns. I'll just say that. So if you win tonight, you will face Samoa Joe with 2 other competitors. A while back, I did Cornette a favor. I cleared a few guys out of his office. Tonight, I went to Cornette and I said, I want in. I want a shot to be world champion. I'm not doing it to become world champion. It's a way boop call.
I gotta pee real quick, and then you can tell me this note.
I'm blown up. He's up in the rafters chasing Sting. I go to Toronto. He's not ready in Toronto. There's a good chance Big Sexy becomes a world champion. Pats JB, walks out. And it is now the time to determine the 4 Ways to Glory qualifying match. Who is going to be joining Booker T and Samoa Joe? Is it going to be Kevin Nash? Is it going to be Kurt Angle? Well, first, Samoa Joe's got to come out here. He's got a new intro. He's got the bleeding cowboy font in his Titantron, which is really ugly. Really, really ugly. T-shirt Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe coming to the broadcast table. They give him the headset. We're strapping him up, making sure his wires are good, and Kurt Angle is about to make his way out. Sweet video from the video game. With the American flag coming up from the stage. He's still coming up from the stage here in 2008. I'm surprised they're still doing this. But I guess why, don't fix it if it's not broke. And we're in the impact zone still, so we're probably not getting rid of the stage raise thing, so. Kurt Angle wearing his sweet fleece jacket still, looking like a badass, staring down Samoa Joe on his way down to the ring. It's almost a guarantee. I feel like that Kurt Angle's going to make it into this match. However, if he's still got that neck injury, wouldn't be a bad idea to give him a month off to rest up before Bound for Glory. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. And now, here comes Big Sexy Nash. The Big Sexy Tour 2008. It's sold out, of course. So, Mike Tenay says, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you got to be rooting for your mentor here. You want Kevin Nash as one of your 3 challengers? All right, Bob has made it back. I'm going to tell you, this is funny. The Baltimore Sun did a contest where 10 lucky winners would get a chance to meet with Kevin Nash after an indie show that he worked this past weekend.
How many people? 10?
Yeah. The way to win was to successfully answer a series of questions about Nash's career. So likely the winners were all big Kevin Nash fans, right? Now, one of our readers in the Observer newsletter won the contest and was hoping Nash showed up since he planned to make this a birthday gift for his son. Well, Nash showed up all right. Meet and greet, though, ended up with the winners being taken to the back to shake Nash's hand as he packed up his gear to leave. Nash wouldn't sign autographs for anyone, including our reader's son, who was pretty disappointed.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Where was the house show? Or the
it's in Baltimore. That's all I don't know. It was the Baltimore Sun who did it, but
okay. I'm on it, guys. I'm looking it up.
We'll see if he had a bad night at the house show. The bell is rung, by the way. Earl Hebner's rage.
If I had a guess, I feel like he would have worked for Maryland Championship Wrestling. But I also could be very wrong. 2008. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at this the wrong way. Here we go. Was it in August?
I would assume, yeah.
Okay.
According to the dates of everything, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like that the show in question took place on August 23rd for Maryland Championship Wrestling.
Sounds about right.
In Dundalk, Maryland. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kevin Nash obviously is on the show, not in the main event. He did a 6-man tag where he teamed with Adam Flash and Corporal Punishment, losing it to the Bruiser and the Ghetto Mafia by disqualification.
That's why he left. I get it now.
Because he didn't win.
The more you know.
What in the world? This is an interesting show. I'm not going to go through all the matches here, as Nash just slammed Kurt Angle here.
Going for a quick elbow down, but Kurt was able to move out of the way.
Interesting. But yeah, all right. So Kevin Nash probably got mad because he didn't win.
Yeah. This note is Kevin Nash adjacent, since we're just watching Kurt Angle beat the shit out of Kevin Nash here. Kevin Nash's old friend from WCW, Bill Goldberg, he's 41 at the time, said on Fight Network Radio this past week that he had started training for a pro wrestling comeback.
And of course he has.
He gave the impression it wouldn't be in TNA or WWE, but was looking at doing a one-shot. Now, this being said, he had occasional talks with TNA, including them trying to put together him doing a program with Samoa Joe a few years ago, but the sides were always far apart on money, and he's never spoken highly of that company either.
So he was pretty young when he left. He was been 37?
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's remarkable.
I mean, good for him.
He made significant amount of money in a very short period of time.
Yeah, and he must have been real good with it because,
right.
I mean, since then, I don't know if he's done much of anything. He had obviously a couple more return matches, but did Goldberg do anything of note?
Like after leaving WWE?
Yeah.
Well, he was in the Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Wrestling wise, let me look it up. I'm the researcher on this program.
Yeah, does he wrestle anywhere besides WWE after he... He
has to have done a Japan shot.
But Georgia Indy?
He's not doing that. So he... In 2004... Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. He wrestled for Hustle, but in January of 2004, and WrestleMania was in March. So he worked a Japan show?
Oh, wait. I might have known that one.
Wilde WWE? That's weird.
Well, he probably wasn't. He probably worked his deal, so it wasn't a strict WWE deal or some shit.
It had to have been. Yeah, but so anyway, from 2005 until 2016, he doesn't do anything.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. We're still advertising the Best of TNA 2007 DVD. It is now the end of August in 2008.
2000.
I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% positive, Bob, that DVD I had no interest in buying because I was like, why do I give a fuck about the best of this 1 year? It's not like they were releasing best of every year's.
Right.
It was just the best of 2007.
Right.
I was like, I don't know if I need that one. Kurt Angle has taken control here of Kevin Nash in this match. He's working on the legs. Of course, he's probably going to try to lock in that ankle lock on those big, broken quads of Kevin Nash. Oh, I've just realized what we're doing here. For some reason, I thought this was going to be the main event tonight, and we were going to do this thing after this. No. We're going to put on the highest rated entity in TNA, the Knockouts, and this thing's going to come out after and try to get the rub.
Oh my god.
I just thought about that. If so, smart, I guess. Didn't expect it.
That's so funny. Because you're right. Leech off of the highest rated segment.
Hey, you got this figure four locked in real good on Kevin Nash. We're just holding it. We're seeing how long we can hold it. It's feeling like forever.
Nash has weak quads, so this could force a submission.
This could be the end of it.
I wonder if Joe would want Nash to win.
Well, Tenay was trying to force it on him. Like, you want your mentor to win, right?
Big side slam there by Nash. All right, so Joe is rooting for him. He just said that's what I'm talking about.
I feel like he has to. We're at a 7 count. Who's going to get to their feet first? Oh, Kevin Nash getting the upper hand, knocking Kurt Angle off his feet.
Oh, snake eyes. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, he is fired up here. He's going. Oh, now he's hobbling. That's funny. That's hilarious. That he would try to do a running splash over the middle rope, and he's literally hobbling.
He can't help himself, man. Whoa! A jumping shoulder block by
What
Kevin
is
Nash.
going on? Whoa!
Jeez,
Jeez,
that was a
Earl.
close 2 count. Holy crap. If you're following along with us, by the way, as Kevin Nash clotheslines Kurt Angle to the floor, we are at 56 minutes and 5 seconds into the show.
That's crazy.
I know I was bashing the first 20 minutes of the show because we were rushing everything, it felt like. But you know, it's been a decent hour here as Kevin Nash, I think, just shoved the headset off of Samoa Joe, which I have a feeling is not going to work in his favor here.
No.
Joe, think of your temper. Joe.
I feel like that's not something you should tell somebody who has a temper.
Nope. Big boot by Nash taking out
This
Angle.
probably is going to piss him off more.
He's pulling down the straps. He's staring at Samoa Joe. Jackknife? Nope. Samoa Joe gets up on the apron. And then look at this. Low blow by Kurt Angle.
So,
Olympic slam.
oh, man.
Oh, Mike Tenay called it the Angle slam on accident, and Don West had corrected him.
So, Joe just kind of screwed over Nash there. Unintentionally.
Kind of Nash's fault, though, man. Why'd he walk up and shove the headset off of him? And the thing that this works though, because they have been like on the edge of not getting along for like quite some time. Okay, that's because okay, so they're saying how Kevin Nash went up to him and said, "Keep your eyes on me. Tell him to watch his monitor." Or while Joe was watching the monitor, and Nash was mad about that, and that's why he shoved him. I want to see these two fight so bad.
God, Joe is so annoying. I'm just so annoyed with this constant just anger.
Don't lose your temper. Keep
yeah,
your cool,
dude,
right?
Like, I don't like that. Yeah, right, Kev. My temper, Kev.
I don't hate it.
Booker, Joe, and Angle. And then the fourth one will be either AJ Styles or Christian Cage.
I'm not trying to knock Christian Cage, but can we be realistic?
Right. Yeah.
He's been in tag team matches for like 4 months. I
think my prediction for that 4-way was way off.
I'm trying to remember what you even said.
It was like tying in everywhere. It would have been Booker, Joe, Kurt. Oh shit! Am I right then? AJ?
You might be right, actually.
If they didn't do Nash, then it'd be this tying in everybody else.
If we weren't going to do the Nash singles match, he should have been in this one, though. I'm sorry.
I agree with that.
I don't think AJ or Cage, for that matter, need to be in this.
Cage just... Yeah, if Cage were to be in it, that would seem really weird. I mean, it is in Canada.
Oh, shoot.
So he could get in there.
Well, speaking of Cage, they're showing his video package of guitar shots. Remember, we cannot say his name on TV. However, what are we showing right now, Bob? A video package with Jeff Jarrett using his guitar. And of course, you saw the clip we have to show, right? When he attacks Hulk Hogan in Japan.
Well, yeah, of course.
So we're talking about how the guitar has shown up the last couple weeks to help AJ, to help Samoa Joe. Who is behind this mystery? And what is their purpose? It's so silly. Who is behind mystery of the guitar? Oh my god, they're saying that at hotels and restaurants, people come up to them and ask, who's the guitar?
This is insanity. What a crazy thing.
Oh, man.
They're doing another fucking Jeff Jarrett, dude.
He's a 12-time world champion, a pillar in professional wrestling. Well, I think they just said, well, it's got to be one man. So I think we're confirming the heart of TNA since day one.
This is ridiculous.
I think
We've had people come up to us in the airport going, who's the guitar?
I think we're confirming it right here, right now.
I would have asked these people, have you ever watched the product? Genuine question.
I wonder if that Hogan match that he smashes the guitar on him, I wonder how awful it is.
Oh, I don't know.
Such dramatic Jeff Jarrett footage. I love it.
Yeah, we're also really portraying him as if he's a babyface when he's been drastically a heel this entire time.
Well, but since Bound for Glory 2006, he did this. We're hearing it right now.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be coming back as a babyface, so it kind of works. But yes, I'd say 90% of his run up until this point, he was a heel.
Well, you know what? This Bound for Glory promo also kind of lends credence to Jim Cornette saying that every wrestler has an expiration date.
I mean, you're right. Personal things, professional things, facing adversity. Wow, I did not expect to see this really long Jeff Jarrett video right now.
Well, this is filling the last 40 minutes of the show. Okay, that wedding photo with Jeff and Jill looked like two lesbians.
Jeff's hair was something.
That was a choice.
What's next for the King of the Mountain? Okay, and that was it. Now we're going to do a no surrender package again. So, Bob, let me tell you, I have two final notes here. One of which is that the TNA Conan lawsuit has an October 26, 2009 trial date, if it goes that far. So I don't know if we'll ever hear much more about that. But who knows? And then finally, this is actually kind of a fun one. CMLL, note here, they have already shot interviews building to Guerrero versus Shelley in a mask versus hair match is the climax of the incarnation of the CMLL versus TNA feud. The likely result would be that Shelley would be getting his head shaved, which would have to be approved by both Shelley and TNA. At this point, I know TNA has not agreed to a price with CMLL, so at least they started an angle without a deal to finish it.
Okay, so SoCal Val has a black and blue right eye. And in the video package leading into this, it does in fact look like SoCal Val was about to kiss him. She moved her lips in the motion of a kiss.
Oh, whoever gets the ring first gets me.
What a crazy stipulation.
Yeah, but I like that better than that black tie brawl and chain thing.
Yeah, but so she's saying that she is in fact interested in Sanjay if he wins.
That's a good point.
Because she's not talking about managing wise, she's talking about like marriage.
We're seeing
okay, now this is interesting. This is like, you know, throwing shots at WWE. Gail Kim is in this video package. And she's in WWE now.
That's probably why they aired it one more time.
It has to be.
It's funny. I was reading because like I said, I was trying to remember when the rollout in the Battle Royal was. So I was kind of reading the Wikipedia of her WWE run.
Yeah.
It just feels out of place, Gail Kim in WWE, man. It just is weird.
Well, so when you mentioned it, I went and looked at her run, and it's like she doesn't have a title run or nothing.
No, they give her. I mean, it sounds like, which I forgot too. Her initial run, she wins the title in her first match.
In her debut, yeah.
Beautiful people coming out here with Kip James. Oh, fuck yes. Cute Kip, it's official. I was waiting to say it. It's spelled with a K, even though I think they changed that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think they do.
I'm pretty sure I have a Cute Kip signed 8x10 downstairs.
Of course you do. I'm not surprised at all.
It came in something, okay?
Yeah, in an envelope, because you paid $35 for it.
No, I bought like a mystery thing, a bunch of signed 8x10s when they were clearing out all their shit in like 2012 or something. When I talked to Jeff Jarrett, I was like, yeah, I bought this sign. He's like, oh, during the liquidation? I was like, yes, actually.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was during that. That's why I have this mouse pad that's right here.
I like how his immediate thought was, you're only buying that because it's a liquidation.
Yeah, well, he knew. But that's how I got my sweet cross-the-line mouse pad. Check that out.
Oh, nice.
This was like a gift to the office people, and I have one.
Right.
Because why not? I thought that was cool. The Knockout Law, Tracy Brooks. Get ready for that. I'm sure lots going to come from it. Here comes Taylor Wilde now. Roxxi just came out. This is our Knockout Women's Champion. Do.
I'm even looking at Gail Kim's first run. And And she wins the title for like a month, and then after that, she's just like just doing tag matches all the time. It's weird.
It's a really, really weird run.
By the looks of it, I think in her first run, she's only on like 3 pay-per-views. 3. She's not even like heavily.
She's not there very long, I don't think.
No, like just over a year. Really bizarre stuff.
Roxxi has control of Angelina Love, pulls her over to the corner. Taylor gets the tag, and Angelina runs out of the ring. Oh, Bob, breaking news. I just saw this. Jeff Jarrett has just hit 3 years as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Deathmatch champion.
What in the fuck? Is that the thing he did with Jeff Hardy?
Yeah. Oh, man. That is funny. That's just funny. Relevant for what we're watching here. Angelina tags in Velvet, maybe? She's thinking about it. But Velvet kind of looks scared of Taylor Wilde.
Wait a minute. Oh, I thought Taylor maybe looked a little different, but I don't think she does.
No, she does have the gear she's wearing is a different color though. It's like purple now. It's not as blue.
Yeah, and in case you're wondering, people who are listening to the show, you cannot tell if she has cottage cheese.
The beautiful people are just being rude.
Yeah, they're just being mean. Although they do share locker rooms probably, so they would know.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Bob, but I feel like the frame rate has severely dropped in our main event here.
I have noticed that. It's clunky.
Really weird.
Yeah, it's not as smooth.
Oh.
Is that a plastic makeup box?
Yeah, well, she just hit Taylor Wilde off the...
There's no way that would hurt.
Yes, it would.
No.
And if anything, it would stun her like they didn't just win the match with it, so I'm fine with this. They just stunned her, knocked her off the rope.
I'm gonna go get a $2 plastic makeup box. I'm gonna hit you over the head, and you tell me if it hurts.
It wouldn't feel good.
It's plastic.
Okay, it doesn't mean it. Especially when you're in the middle of trying to nail someone, and then you get hit with it, you'd fall off the top rope. Beautiful people have Taylor Wilde in the corner. Laying it down. Now Roxy's pissed.
Angelina's so proud to be in control of the match.
Don't forget, we still get to hear from Sting.
Right. And he's going to say, he'll say absolutely nothing, and he'll say, my actions will speak louder than my words. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're not. We're back from commercial. This match is getting so much time.
Roxy and I right now have the same hair length. Hers is probably a little longer than mine.
Hey, I think it is. It's interesting because ever since she got her head shaved, it's not like she's been actively trying to grow it back very much. Like, she's kind of kept it short.
Yeah. Because the haircut was what, May?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Spine buster. 1, 2, no.
Taylor to the top.
What are we
Well,
doing? What was
she just
that?
went for the moonsault, but Velvet was already well out of the way.
She was in the same corner as Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, Kip James just handed some kind of spray
It was like water.
to Velvet, and she sprayed Roxy in the eye. As Dave would say, it's disinfectant spray, which is not what it is at all. It doesn't matter because Angelina Love got the win over Roxy. There's the bottle. Cute Kip helping out the beautiful people to get the win. What's it? Oh, there's a glitter in it. It's a glitter spray. So she at least got glitter in the eyes.
Dude, glitter burns.
You have glitter in your eye often?
No, but I remember as a kid, my sister would torture me and do like makeup stuff on my face.
Oh, God.
She put glitter on my cheeks. It burned my cheeks.
That ain't good.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Cute Kip puts the bag over Roxy's head, and Taylor just slapped the shit out of him. Okay, they're beating up Taylor now. The beautiful people. Usually this would mean Abyss is going to come out.
Apparently not.
The fashion consultant, Kip James.
Oh, you got scissors.
Oh my God, is he going to
cut off her
Taylor
fake
Wilde's
hair. Abyss in 5, 4. Rhino.
Rhino? What? What do you mean?
What a bizarre. Okay.
Uh-oh. We've cut to see Sting coming down from the rafters, walking down steps very slowly, making sure he doesn't trip. For the entire summer, a mystery has grown. So we have, let's see, 10 minutes and 35 seconds left in the show. So you're telling me Sting's about to talk for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I can totally believe that. Well, his entrance alone will take about 3 minutes.
True. Well, and we have this video package before. We'll have a video package after.
Right.
I never thought I'd say Sting's a coward. Sting speaks. Let's find out what it is. Here he comes. With his video game entrance. The time has finally come.
Sting shocked the world in the last pay-per-view when he waffled AJ Styles.
Yeah, I mean, I was stunned. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah, Dallas was in shambles.
I just couldn't believe. I was like, why did he attack Joe? Maybe because Joe didn't listen to him when he told him to get off a Booker? I don't know.
I knew something was wrong with Dallas when he only posted about like his coffee drinks like twice in a week instead of like 4 or 5.
Wow. Okay. Okay. He's talking so fast. Sting doesn't talk this fast. What is happening? Talking about retiring, and he had this nagging question that wouldn't go away. What would happen if I turned the future of this business into the hands of the next generation that I knew that would be a grave mistake? I almost can't even catch up with what he said. He's talking so fast. His hair's getting pretty long, too.
He's saying that basically if you were to leave TNA in the hands of the younger generation, that the company would be dead. Way to put over the young guys, by the way.
Oof. Well, don't worry, Sting. In about a year and a half, your dreams will come true. All you had to do is take the 1, 2, 3 and walk away. But then you had to take it to the next step. You had to bloody your opponent.
Wait a minute. He's describing what Abyss does. All you had to do was win, but then if you do more violence, then he attacks you. So that's what he did. They're doing the same thing. They're like the Crusaders here.
You wanted to disrespect a legend, and that's why I involved myself in your mess, Joe. And Joe, I did it because I wanted to help you. I wanted to reason with you. I looked at you as somebody who could carry the torch for this company. Wow. You flipped me off, Joe. You rejected everything I had to say.
This should not surprise you. He does the same thing to Nash.
I literally, though.
Why do these people like to say the person's name all the time? Joe. We know who you're talking about.
Well, Sting's big about that, as we've talked about. Ric Flair took me under his wing.
There you go.
Woo!
15 months worth of planning here.
He believed in me, just like I believed in you, Joe. Yeah, Joe. And I respected what he
You know
did.
what? No, this is bullshit. Because I would raise my hand right now and be like, Sting, how many times did Ric Flair turn on you in like 10 years? Half a dozen?
Probably. When does Sting start doing? Does he not do like the outline in the ear, his ears black it off, or does he ever do his ears?
I'm trying to.
In AEW, he like does way more. He does like a black outline, I think, to hide the hairline a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he probably would do that.
Oh no, he doesn't do the ears. I'm making that up.
So Sting is saying that AJ owes him. The crowd is cheering this. I don't know if this is a babyface promo.
Oh, I lied. He did do the ears a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they're cheering him because it's Sting. Who would have thought they'd cheer Sting? I'm supposed to be thanking you and paying homage to your generation. There's a whole bunch of you guys in the back. You're a bunch of spoiled, rotten brats.
Oof.
What a heel.
The fans are cheering. I feel like this is a heel, bro.
Yeah. If I gotta be the parent that nobody wants to listen to. So he's basically like, I'm the babysitter. I'm the parent no one wants to listen to. Uh-oh.
If you think I'm wrong, say it to my face. Here comes AJ Styles. Not the video game character, the actual human being.
No, AJ said he let him say what he wanted. Now he said he's gonna punch him in the face. Let's see.
That's right, he said fist down your throat.
Right.
I've never seen that shirt before, but that's literally a Pele shirt.
Oh, shit.
And on the back it says Pele. The Pele.
And as we know, he named that move after. You're wrong. You're dead wrong. Like, up to you. I idolized you.
No, AJ, you disrespect the business, which is disrespecting him when you do the things that you do. Sting.
You paved the way for me?
Sting helped it.
AJ, I wanted to help you too. Because I look at you just like I look at Joe being the future of the business. That's why I involved myself at Hard Justice. It was like a bad reason to involve yourself, but...
Yeah, kind of.
Let's talk about Hard Justice, AJ. See, you could have done the 1, 2, 3 and walked away. But you didn't. You went too far. WWE name drop.
Oof.
Look.
That's
No
not
one
true,
thinks of
Sting.
that.
AJ has that now.
Oh. Look, AJ's literally like, yo, what? Jeez. You have a problem with my tone, don't you? I'm going to take my bat. I'm going to put it in your hand. And then I'm going to turn my back. I'm going to let you take it to me.
Why?
He's going to see if AJ's going to do what he said he's going to do.
Do it. Do it, you coward. Do it, you coward.
Drop the microphone so you can put both hands
it.
on that sucker and whack me.
Now, the expectation here is that he would not do it. I would say do it. But you know what? The fans would probably turn on AJ, so then you can't do it. Fuck. They're cheering Sting, so if he hits Sting, then he's probably like a heel to the Orlando crowd.
That's a good point. Oh, he just shoved AJ. He's trying to egg him on.
That's an act of violence.
I'm going to call it right now, Bob. Lights out, guitar appears in Sting's hand.
And he hits AJ with it?
Or
and
maybe
AJ's going to be like, what the hell, Jeff?
Wait. The lights go out, the bat goes to Sting's hand, and the guitar goes to AJ's hand, and then they do the classic. Oh, well, he spun Sting around, and Sting kicked in the midsection, Scorpion Death Drop.
But why would he spin him around? Does he want to do it face-to-face? So he's not a coward.
Yeah, I kind of think that's what it is.
But then he still got laid out, so he looks like a fool.
Yeah.
All right, so... Uh-oh.
Oh!
Is it him? Is it
I'm
him?
going to say his name.
Is it him?
Sting's looking around scared a little bit.
Is it the guy that we know? Is it him?
Sting's just laughing. Don West, you recognize that? You recognize that? It's obvious to me that Sting is not the only one playing mind games. So no, we are not saying his name still.
This is so stupid.
Okay, the show goes off the air.
This is so dumb. Why will they not? I don't understand the purpose of not saying his name.
Because we don't know.
It's
We just don't know.
So dumb.
Bob, what'd you think of that episode of Impact?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I don't know. There's just nothing really standouting. There's nothing that stood out. I would say very middle of the road, average show. Abyss is weird. Abyss and Sting are basically doing the same character. Although it's not about respect for one, but it's both about, over violence, overabundance of violence that you don't need to do. So there's like levels of the same thing. And when you do that, it kind of hurts one or the other, like the purpose of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much of this really build towards anything for No Surrender.
I don't know if it did a lot. I'm actually going to be agreeing with you. I'm going to say that's a middle show as well. Because I mean, none of the matches really stuck out super well to me. I feel like even the qualifying match, like oh my god, Kevin Nash cost himself the match essentially with Joe, it wasn't like that much of a surprise because they've been kind of at each other's throats recently. Yeah. But it's kind of sucks knowing that there's that potential we might still not get that payoff. So I don't know. That's a little bit weird. So yeah, I'd say it was a pretty middle of the road show. And even Sting's explanation was like, okay, fine, I guess. Like,
Yeah, there wasn't like a grand reveal to that.
and the thing that's sad is I don't know if there was going. I mean, even I don't know what would that. What could that have been, anyways? What would the grand reveal have really been to me?
Right. That's what it always is with Sting. There's no like, oh wow, I didn't expect that. It's like, okay, dude, you've already said this about respect and whatever.
Right.
We already know all that.
I agree.
So, but judging by that, I would imagine we're getting Sting and AJ at No Surrender.
That's a good point.
So does AJ lose to Christian, and then Christian goes into the main event next week?
Why not?
Might as well.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we kind of get that little Canada thing for Christian too. Okay, I can get behind this. I like it.
That's what I could see happening here. So,
see, in my head, I still would have. Then at that point, I would have done like Kevin Nash against AJ, and then just have Kevin Nash be in the title match.
Right, and just have Kurt beat Christian.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think I would have.
That's probably fine.
But it's not what's happening, so that's fine.
No, it's not. All right, yeah. So basically, we're saying middle of the road.
Yep.
To have a show. Now next week, September 4th, 2008, as we get closer to No Surrender, what we do know, basically, is what I just said, is that it's a qualifying match between AJ Styles and Christian Cage, with the winner cementing themselves in the main event, the pay-per-view, and then we will know all the challengers for Joe's title. So there's that. That should wrap us up for this week, though. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, just a couple more weeks till No Surrender, and then really we're on the stretch to Bound for Glory, and I think that's the more exciting part of this. So I'm looking forward to getting there.
Well, Bound for Glory is Bound for Glory is our WrestleMania on this show.
We are marching on, baby.
That we are. All right. Well, be sure to join us next week to find out the final challenger for Samoa Joe's title. Is it going to be AJ Styles, or will it be Christian Cage? And what else is in store for us on Impact? So until next week, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
Konnichiwa!